Hey guys, just giving you guys an update. As you can see, I got a bunch of new parts for the C10 build, the LS Swap C10. That's the 6 liter I built last year for it. Anyways, if you watched the previous video, you can see I was out with a test drive and I took it for a couple runs. You know, nothing too crazy, you know, some 50 to 140 or 160 poles. Just a little bit to see, kind of feel it out before it get its tune on it. And the day before I was actually going to have the tuner come down and look at it, I took it out for a spin and I wasn't even beating on it, but I guess from the previous run it must have hurt the transmission a little bit, and I ended up losing third and fourth gear a few miles from home, so I ended up having to limp it home in second gear. I pulled the transmission out and I just got it back today, so it's been 3 weeks. It was at the builders. You can see they complete rebuild, tore it all apart, dipped it, cleaned it, everything all back up. I went with 5-pin planetaries, all new clutches, and then upgraded third and fourth because that's what ended up failing, and I guess that's a weak point for these, the builder was saying. I've got a super servo in it, stage 3 shift kit, you know, all new filters and all that, like full rebuild kit. I ended up getting a new flex plate for it. I wanted to get one that was a little bit stronger, so I went with the SFI certified one. So I got this just off Summit. It wasn't that bad, it was like 85 bucks. And this is, you know, prevent it from cracking around here, because a lot of guys, if you start making them too much power, it'll crack the factory ones. So it was pretty cheap, and I've already got it out, so I'm just gonna put that in. With that, I also bought the new ARP bolts. So these are, you know, these aren't gonna shear the same as the factory ones, so I'll just put those on with a little bit of red Loctite. I ended up going with a new stall converter again. As you can see, it's from Converter Man, same as the last time. Except the other one I had was a little more light duty. It was only 2,800 RPM stall. This is a 32, and it also comes with an anti-ballooning plate on it. So this prevents it from wanting to grow and end up breaking your flex plate and all kinds of bad stuff. I'm hoping to have this back in on the weekend. Maybe on Saturday I don't have to work. I can go ahead and start putting this all back in. It's completely rebuilt, everything brand new. And the builder, he guarantees it with a warranty on it now for 2 years, and he says it should be able to handle 800 horse no problem. And so, you know, all in all, I'm really happy with it. You know, a couple of weeks, you know what I mean, didn't take him too long to go through it. At the shop that I went to that's local to me was super busy, but he was able to squeeze this in for me. He also recommended that I go ahead and drop the rear gears in the back. Right now I'm running a 373 rear gear with an Eaton posit. It's actually a 14 bolt rear end I picked up. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a 14 bolt, and it's got the 9.5 inch ring. You know, it's a good rear end. It came out of like a 1990 454 SS truck, and I just converted all the mounts and everything to make it fit with the frame on this truck because they're a little narrower. He recommends I go with the 342 just so then it doesn't load the transmission up as high or as hard and cause more heat. So I'm gonna end up taking, once I get all this stuff back in, I'm gonna end up pulling the rear end out, take it to him, so hopefully it'll be about a week. And while it's there, I'm gonna send the drive shaft with it as well, and he's going to upgrade the U-joints. I'm gonna go with a little bit bigger U-joint, and I'm also gonna get a drive shaft loops in the rear there, so then if that ever were to fail, it's not gonna take out, you know, my exhaust and my fuel tank and all that, or potentially take out the rear, the tailstock again of this. I don't want to have to pull this out again, so I just kind of said, you know what, just build it right now, you know, so I never have to take it out again, hopefully. You can see this is the build sheet. He went through and supplied all that. Went with a Smart Tech input housing with a heavy duty input shaft, all new clutches and everything. Got an upgraded pump, upgraded servo, shift kit. It should be pretty good. He was saying even this one compared to just the other one with the 2800 stall and the mild shift kit, he goes, it'll be night and day. This one will perform way better and it'll actually be able to hold up to the power. Eventually I told him, you know, I mean, I want to maybe add some kind of power outer to this, maybe nitrous, maybe a Pro Charger, something, you know, get another 100 or so horse out of it. I like the Pro Charger. I kind of want to put it like right in this area and hook it up to assembly drive. You know what I mean? That would be down the road. But so I tried to build a trans so it would hold up to that. Before the supercharger though, I know I want to do full Rytec kit on this truck, so I'm going to go with the upper lower control arms and the 4-link in the rear and front and rear sway bar. I already looked at the kits and stuff. They're not too bad price, you know what I mean? They're expensive, but they're it's the best you can get, the Ride Tech kits. So I'm hopefully put that in through the winter time. Right now I'm just gonna stay with, I got the flip kit in the rear with my traction bars and stuff. I'll stay with that for this year just so I can drive it around after I get it put back together. And next year I wanna do that. So just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. Hopefully I can get this all put back in, like I said, this weekend. And maybe go for a drive. I still gotta get it tuned. It runs okay, but you know, I need to get it tuned to make sure it's not leaning out. I'm probably just gonna wait for the tune until I get the gears put in, and then we'll just have it all tuned at one time. But I thought I'd give you guys a heads up. I know I haven't had a video in a little bit, but you know, sometimes that's what happens, right? Stuff breaks, you gotta fix it. So figured I'll do it once and I don't have to do it again. So you guys have a nice day. Thanks for watching the video.